Hello everyone and welcome back. We are here for the finals of our Storm Division Season 6 Qualifier number 1 tournament. We've got Bronze6 taking on Can't Censorship, both teams undefeated tonight. Bronze6 taking it 2-0 over Bread over Ducks. Can't Censorship with 2-0s over Anti-Clown Association and Vendetta to get here today. Still a best of 3, still just a best of 3 tonight. We'll see if Bronze6 has what it takes to stop the juggernaut that is Can't Censorship right now. I'll give him the caster R. We'll head on over to map select to see what on earth is going on here. Bronze6 banning away Cursed Hollow and Sky Temple. Can't Censorship removing Volskaya Foundry and Dragonshire. And Bronze6 is going to be bringing us to Tomb of the Spider Queen for map number 1. The readies are flying. We're going to be getting into our first game of the set, our last set of the night, here in just a moment. Exciting stuff. And I'll be very excited to crown our first qualified team by the end of tonight. Let's get into it. Let's do it. It's Tomb of the Spider Queen. As I clang my water bottle off my keyboard. All right. Can't Censorship. Going to be first to act here on Tomb. Our first Tomb game of the day here. I believe that's our 4th different map. Yeah, that's our 4th different map. As Johanna is banned away, Can't Censorship doing their Danny homework. No JoJo to be found. Hogger next to be removed because Hogger is a hero in this game, so therefore we must ban it. I saw in the other series an Artanis ban. And I was appalled. Appalled! Someone would choose to ban Artanis. That just feels so gauche. How are you going to not let Artanis through? Maiev and Garrosh also removed here in the early going. Not usual heroes we see up at the top. Thanatos going to open things up with a Diablo here for Can't Censorship. You love to see it. We'll see if Bronze6 has the response here for Diablo. Sometimes you're worried about a Brightwing, sometimes you're worried about a Malfurion to pair with that Diablo. Juan Pablo 64 gonna lock in that Junkrat and Kira on the Tychus. Interesting decision here. We got double DPS up top here for Bronze6. Usually we see at least one left to flex. But deciding the Junkrat was that important and also the Tychus was that important, so you gotta go with those two. Leaves the rest of your draft a little bit less flexible, but both heroes definitely showing their role here in the top half of this draft. Shredded Wind and Chaotic going to respond with the Brightwing and the Hanzo. Finally, we get a Hanzo here on the main stage. Brought to us by Chaotic here. Blaze, Leoric, Urel, Dahaka. Lots of good available offlaners here. We'll see if there's going to be a target onto one of them. Dahaka going to be removed. I'd imagine it's going to be a Leoric ban here from Can't Censorship, just because you've got Diablo on your side already. That leaves Blaze. I figured that's going to be the trade in offlaners, so they might not want to ban one of them. Maybe you just ban, like, Anduin. I'm going to ban out a Nubarak. Okay. Going to take a tank off the board here. Bronze6. I'm probably taking Blaze, but we'll see what their thoughts are. If Blaze and Leoric are both up, I'm wondering if Can't Censorship would just take them both. They might. They might just grab both of them. Murd and Stukov. Danny goes for the Murd and Ferret on the Stukov. I want to see Can't Censorship just grab Leo and Blaze here. I feel like that would be a huge draft power play. I don't know if they're going to do it, but I think that would be real awesome. Because they're setting up for like a Stukov Leoric business. Even Stukov Blaze works pretty well. We'll see. We'll see. That would be my cheeky draft choice. We're going to see Rexar Sylvanas. Psychotori goes for the Sylvanas. Albatox on the Rexar. This is safer. It's a safer play. I would have picked Blaze Leo. I'm gonna put that card on the table. Cho'Gall there? Usually you don't go with Cho'Gall and Diablo together. It wouldn't be, like, impossible. I wouldn't put them together. There's the Leoric there from Secret. Try to put the pressure onto the Diablo and pair along with that Entomb and the Stukov Puddle. If they were going to go Cho'Gall there, I'd want that Diablo to be like a Blaze. Like something high damage that can clear lanes, you know? Alright. Drafts are set. We got no cat on the bed, but we've got a cat on the back of the chair. Cats are here, the cats are there. Cats are everywhere. Game number 1 starting to load on in. I like the power picks here from Bronze6. But I'm not sure who they're going to be able to catch outside of Diablo, but sometimes catching the tank is all you need. Sometimes that's all it takes to win. Let's get into the game. Here we go. Game number 1 of our finals tonight. On the left in the blue, it is Bronze6. Danny is on the Murd, and Kira playing Tychus. Juan Pablo 64 on the Junkrat. Secret 3333 on the Leoric. And we've got Ferret 102 on the Stuka. On the right in the red, it is Can't Censorship. Nathanatos is on the Diablo. Shredded Wind playing Brightwing. Chaotic is on the Hanzo. Psychotora playing Sylvanas, and Albatox is on the Rexar. It begins. Game number 1. Both teams keeping vision. Bronze6 sneaking in on the bottom side, gonna net themselves a Misha Bear. Misha taking a little bit of damage, but nothing that can't be healed. Oh, there's an engage onto Diablo. Wow, what a turn there. Bronze6 gonna pick up the first kill. Looked like they were just playing super passive in the gate there, but one opportunity. First blood. Nicely played. Danny looking for Psychotor there. You see Stukov just immediately ready to go with that lurking arm. You see the low blow there, dealing big damage once they're past 50% health. Nobody into the camps just yet. We see some teams at this level, they like to go rush the bottom camp here, and there it is. We see Juan Pablo sneaking around the back way, getting this camp going. It's going to be the right side camp choice for Can't Censorship, getting that bruiser going in the mid. See if Misha's going to check it out. Albatox is going to scout it. Secret and Danny not going to allow this point to quickly go over. Nathanatos in the area, but no one's on the point here. Juan Pablo forced to step up. Bronze6 going to come in en masse and make sure this camp is taken. Can't Censorship going to have to stick around and clear that for a moment. Meanwhile, though, this bruiser camp is going to be moving up to the mid wall, and Bronze6 will have to rotate and handle that. See the kind of push Can't Censorship can put together here in the mid. Sylvanas currently covering the top lane, so not able to shut off these towers. Chaotic just poking in his long-range storm bows. Hero able to get behind the wall there before Nathanatos could look for a shadow charge, and wall mostly taken care of there. Bronze6 going to get their own bruiser camp going, as Leoric might be under a little bit of pressure here in the bottom lane. Secret pops the Wraith Walk. Chaotic grabs a couple of those stacks there, currently 17 out of 20 on the scatter arrow quest to grab a couple more arrows to scatter. Bronze6 looking on the top side here. Nathanatos able to wiggle away. It looks like the mid camp here going to be cleaned up pretty quickly by Can't Censor ship, while Bronze6 takes the opportunity to drop off a couple gems. And 6 trying to be turned in. Nathanatos pushed away, but there's Chaotic and Psychotora making sure no turn-in's going to be allowed here on the top side. Although Shredded Wind was able to drop off on the bottom turn-in. Oh, Juan Pablo actually taking a lot of hits there from the long range of Sylvanas and Hanzo. Jeez, Juan Pablo getting peppered up here. Scatter Arrow quest is finished for Chaotic. You see those now 5 arrows coming on out off the wall. Thanatos successfully getting those dismounts as both teams pretty even on experience on their path to level 7. Juan Pablo and Kira were able to sneak away and grab a couple of gems turned in here for Bronze6. Can't Censor ship. Both teams have barely enough for their next turn in. Oh, but Rexar does not have enough life to get away. That is another kill here for Bronze6. Meanwhile, though, Can't Censor ship was able to turn in on the top side. Let's see if Thanatos can get away. There's a Shadow Charge reposition. We've got, oh, it was Can't Censor ship that was able to turn in. My bad. I thought Bronze6 turned in. Can't Censor ship gonna have their wave coming on through. Rexar, he is back on the battlefield to help push. Bronze6 clearing the top side first. Leo having to move the long way here. Sitting on 22 gems. That's a very difficult position for Leoric to play into here. As bottom lane, this is one of the most gankable bottom lanes in all the maps in Heroes of the Storm, because how easy it is to wrap around that bottom structure. Thanatos going to be stunned there off the jump. Great reposition. Still, Diablo able to walk it on out of there. Junkrat going to be going down here. The splash and the poke from Sylvanas. Grabbing that kill. First blood to the side of Can't Censor ship. So Bronze6 looking for an opportunity to turn in the next 10 seconds here. Secret holding the lion's share. In the bottom lane, Danny can't find the stun onto Albatox there. Boss is now on the map, so that's going to be on the minds of these players if they find enough of a kill advantage or enough of a push advantage here in the mid-game. Kira scooting on past that little partition. Nathanatos was looking for a pin. There's the black arrows, and Can't Censor ship are just laying on the pressure here in the top lane. Blue Web Weavers are on the way. The Yorick was able to turn in there. We've got bottom lane camp coming in as well. Kira trying to get away from Diablo and will. Here's the slows from Secret. Juan Pablo and Kira can't really step up, though, to deal that damage. Ferret on the outside is trying to find that kill onto Chaotic, but won't get it. Shredded Wind in some big trouble here on the back line. Will go down. Bronze6, I should say, putting on the pressure. This big silent zone, the growing, lurking arm. Nathanatos can't get to a lane. Diablo gonna go down as a 4th kill for Bronze6 while they have their Web Weavers pushing. 10s are in for both sides. Everything looking pretty standard here. It is going to be the Dragon Arrow for Hanzo and Lightning Breath for Diablo. Shredded Wind put into the cage, but Silence not there in time. Blink Heal gets Shredded Wind away. Big stun there from Chaotic. Look at a wipe up that top side. That's Stukov and Junkrat going down. Danny has the jump. Secret has the walk. Danny may not be so lucky. Pops the Avatar, but still goes down. Cannot salvage those gems. What a defense from Can't Censor ship. They're going to walk it on up through the mid lane here, shutting down the structure, going for the camp steal. As Chaotic with a godly flank on the top side, hopping to and starting the roll here for Can't Censor ship. Boss still a little bit early to be taking, but top lane focus will be the will be a priority. If they can take down that top fort, that means the bosses gets a lot more accessible here for Can't Censor Ship. Already got it a little bit primed from the last push. Right now, Bronze 6, not enough for their next turn in. Can't Censor Ship do have enough, but they need pretty much everybody on the payroll. Head on over to that turn in. Secret going to be forced out here. Chaotic looking to drop off. Danny out in lane a little bit, just trying to take down that catapult, but is forced to jump on back to safety. 13s are here for Can't Censor Ship. So we've seen the Thanatos trying to just drop off a couple. Rexar still being harried by Leoric there on the bottom turn-in. Secret forced to move away. Only 2 more gems required, and that's going to be it. Can't Censor Ship have another push ready to go. We're going to see them focus on that top lane. Wouldn't surprise me to see pressure top and then just double back and grab that boss. Rexar going to go ahead and scout that split push plan on the bottom lane here for Bronze 6. Top structure absolutely going down here. See what Can't Censor Ship wants to do next. It looks like they're rotating towards the mid. Danny sees Diablo there. Secret with the 20 gems, still having to play pretty safe. Does get away from the rotation. Meanwhile, Rexar on the bottom side, eating up this whole fort on their own. And now the Web Weaver, about half health, is moving into the mid-keep wall. Danny stepping out, and Thanatos going to be repositioned. There's the root. Taking down Diablo to around half there before... Ooh, there's some healing, and they put him in the Entomb. Dragon Arrow puts a quick stun on the top side there. Danny eats it and will go down. Secret going to drop those 20 just outside the gate. Juan Pablo able to step up and pick some of those up. Can't Censor Ship finds the double kill here. They no longer have the Web Weaver in the mid, but they're still going to take down this wall. See if they are going to double back, and there it is, streaming directly towards the boss. Right now, Bronze 6 just trying to clear up their lanes. They know exactly what's going on here, but they got to get as much experience going as they can in preparation for this defense. Danny keeping an eye out here as Chaotic just moving forward, finds the dismounts. Still 21 gems till the next turn-in's available here for Can't Censor Ship. We're going to see them split off. Try to grab a few of those gems. Junkrat may be caught here. Juan Pablo gets over the wall. Chaotic with the follow, though. Nathanatos in lane, waiting and ready. That's Junkrat going down. Nice find there from Can't Censor Ship. Top boss going to take a couple hits onto this wall here. We'll see if it finishes off the tower. Not quite. Bottom camp goes over to Can't Censor Ship. Psychotora already prepping the lane here. Showing that Can't Censor Ship will not let up on the gas. Just keeping all lanes pushing all the time here. Albatox even splitting off to get that top lane going. It's not just no way that Bronze 6 can get out onto the map right now. Cruiser camp taken for some extra pressure here. Danny just trying to freeze this wave for the moment. Can't Censor Ship has barely enough for their next turn in. They're just going to keep on laying on the pressure. If Bronze 6 can somehow have all of their keeps remaining after this push, they will have some time. Oh, Leoric is actually going to go down there. That will not help on this defense. I was just saying, that was basically the last set of gems from Can't Censor Ship, so they really need to keep off of this play. Luckily, all their lanes are pushed up basically to keep walls, so Bronze 6 is in a pretty difficult defensive position. Black Arrow's going to shut off the mid tower for now. Diablo just constantly in those lurking arm puddles. Ferret, major problem here for Can't Censor Ship. defense is continuing here as Kira pops the Odin. Mid keep looks like it's going to be saved. Top keep taking some damage there. Secret is looking for Yorick. Hanzo is actually going to be going down in the mid. Bronze6 trying to turn it around here. And have they actually come through with the defense? Secret is still working on the top lane clear. Junkrat, there's not a lot left on this wave. They may have done it, but here's Can't Censorship turning it onto Danny here. Can they find this kill onto Muradin? No, Danny's going to walk it on out of here. Bronze6 do manage to save all of their keeps. That is a big, big deal. They're all on, you know, kind of half health or less, but not having the constant catapults in their face is going to help a lot in terms of them trying to fight their way back in levels. And Censorship has to do quite a bit of wave soaking before they want their next objective. Blue Web Weavers are going to be pushing in here to try to even out these lanes. The Yorick's got the top wave cleared. There it is, so the Web Weaver will advance. Bottom wave is moving up to about the midline here. As we see the Unstoppable from Psychotora allowing Sylvanas to wiggle away from trouble. Bronze6. It's a pretty good push here. We'll see if they can finish off this mid structure. Looks like that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Top and bottom are fairly well defended here. Rexar going to stop that. Top keep, or top fort will end up being cleared away here by Can't Censorship. We see a big rotate here. Now, this is what I'm talking about, ganking the bottom lane. Albatox is mounted up, but here comes the entirety of Bronze6. Danny with the long jump over the wall, and Rexar's going to have no chance at all here. Danny going to eat a couple of shots on the way, but Albatox is certainly going down. That is 14 gems on the ground. Secret. Oh, Secret, what happened? Secret just stopped moving there for a moment, almost got taken down. Just barely gets away. Bottom camp is open, top boss is up in about 30 seconds here, but Can't Censorship have found their 20s. See if Bronze6 can manage to stay safe enough to find 20s of their own. Possibly secure their next turn in here. Thanatos waiting. They don't have Rexar. They don't really want to engage a 4v5. Bronze6 currently 3 short on these gems, but they're going to put them safely in the spider bank. Just to not drop them for the next turn. Rexar still waiting to come on back to the game. Top boss is available here as Danny watching the top turn in. Scatter just going forever. Finally finding Danny. There's the jump over the wall, stun onto Diablo. No damage follow-up though. 19 versus 20. Psychotora gonna step up here and try to force something. There's a Hellgate combo, not gonna catch, but Ferret gets hit with the Dragon Arrow. Can they find the kill? They can. That is Stukov to go down. Danny is rooted by the level 20 from Rexar. Entomb does not land from Leoric. This is going to be Can't Censorship getting their 5v4 advantage to grab themselves a boss here in the top lane. Bronze6 going to try to respond with a Bruiser camp here. We'll see if they can get a quick turn in to try to counteract this boss push. Can't Censorship has started their roll. Pablo's got enough. Chaotic going to try to clear the mid, go for the interrupt, but not there in time. Can't Censorship looking to pick up this keep while they can. Looks like they'll have no trouble. Blue Web Weavers are on the way, so this boss won't have much in the way of minion support. Misha trying to go back in there. Mid and bottom are pushing, but they won't get too far too quickly. Boss is going to smite itself upon the core shielding. Bronze6 have bought themselves enough time to find their level 20s, though. Had their earlier defense not gone so well, they would have been in a much worse position at this point, but now they're on even talent tiers. They've got an opening possibly in mid. This isn't over just yet. Can't Censorship, can't rest on their laurels just yet. Now we see just playing around with vision, wanting to find out where everyone is. Very important here. Late game on Tomb, because there's so many view blockers between the lanes. Still another 3.5 minutes on boss. Bottom camp about to come on up. Cruiser camp is going to be taken. And Censorship getting somewhat close to their next turn in. Oh, double stun comes on out. The silence is there, and Sylvanas is picked off. Not able to activate the unstoppable Danny with the rewind and the long-range lurking arm. Bronze6 have found themselves a pick. Now trying to force a fight here in the mid. Stun comes out. Shredded Wind. Oh, Shredded Wind gets away, but Diablo does not. Gigantic stun from Chaotic, though. There's the roots from Albatox. Bronze6 has weathered the storm, though. Can they move forward and find another pick here? No rewind available here from Danny, so not able to jump up and try to find Shredded Wind. Still, Bronze6 continues the pressure. Trying to get as much as they can while Sylvanas is still down for 25 seconds. Thanatos looking for an angle here as Danny polymorphed. Forced to jump away. So Keep will not go down, Bronze6. Gonna peel back here. They still need a lot more gems for their next turn in. Danny stepping up, making sure that fort does go down. Can't Censorship looking for dropping off most of their gems here. Still 2 minutes on the top boss, so not a real concern for either team at this point. Bronze6 trying to back here. Looks like they will get out without any trouble. Danny is far enough away. Slowly moving towards the next turn in here. Boss in a minute 30. Just playing with vision. You see Can't Censorship just covering all lanes. Making sure no one can sneak past them here. There's the scatter on the top side, interrupts the turn in. Right now, Can't Censorship, they've got that catapult pressure that's starting to build. Especially in that top lane, they've got constant catapults versus none. 13 more gems needed. Shredded Wind is looking at the top side at Juan Pablo. There's the Hellfire coming on out. Is that enough damage? It is! That's Junkrat to fall. Now Secret in some trouble here. Leoric is going to go down. Danny on the backside is looking to turn it around for some kills. Ferret is walking it on back. That is Stukov to go down. And this looks like Can't Censorship have found what they were looking for. Kira trying to get some damage onto that backline, but that is going to be it for Tychus. Danny falls next. It is a 5-player team kill here from Can't Censorship. They are going to take the core, and they are going to take game number 1 in this best of 3. Very nicely played, very nicely rotated there from the red team. Well-deserved victory. GG. Well done, well done. Can't Censorship are going to go up 1-0 over Bronze6 there on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Bronze6 fought back. They could have fallen down there in, minute 15 or so, but they saved their keeps. They fought hard. Fortunately, they just didn't quite get the flank they were looking for. Can't Censorship up 1-0. Let's go to the post-match. See what the stats can show us here. Kira on the Tychus, 64,000 hero damage coming on out for Bronze6, but it was Chaotic on the Hanzo. Absolutely shredding in those team fights, over 70,000 hero damage for Can't Censorship. Take a look at the talents here as we update the scoreboard, and we'll get ourselves prepared for game number 2. Oh, check your posture, check your water. Make sure everything's cool. All good. Oh. Little back stretch going. There we go. All right, welcome back. We are getting set up for game number 2 here of our finals tonight. Bronze6 currently down 0-1 to Can't Censor Ship. Got 10 players in the lobby. Got a map selected. Let's check that out. We are going to Garden of Terror here, chosen by Can't Censor Ship for game number 2. So we've got 5 different maps here on the main channel tonight. That's pretty good. 5 different maps across 6 games. I can dig it. I can dig it. And we didn't get any Alterac pass. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that fantastic? Let's get into the draft. Draft is up. We are on Gardenia of Terror. Most terrorizing, terrorful place there ever was. We're waiting for players. There we go. Oh, goodness gracious me. Sylvanas, the opening band here from Bronze6. Sylvanas. Prime Camp Taker, Wave Clearer. Not too surprising to see that band away. Did a number on them game number 1 as well. Garden of Terror, you're going to be looking at your, your Hoggers, your Malthiels, your Sonias, anything that can clear a camp for free on level 1. It's going to be pretty powerful here. Greymane could be something that comes into play. There's that Hogger ban from Bronze6. Nothing compares to the Hogman. There's the Maiev ban. No Joe, no Maiev. Ain't no nothing. I find Bronze6 here, Junkrat's up, but I feel like taking Brightwing away from Shredded Wind is probably a good idea. But we'll see what they're thinking. We'll see what Bronze6 wants for this first pick. It is going to be the Brightwing. Ferret snapping that up. I imagine Shredded Wind will now default to the Rhaegar if the past holds, but plays a lot of heroes. Could be anything. Don't necessarily have to take a healer in the opening salvo here. Junkrat's up, Blaze is up, Diablo's up. Lots of good choices here for Can't Censor Ship. We'll see what they want in this opening 2 picks. Tahaka Hanzo. Elbatox grabbing that offlaner, grabbing that global to try to match the Brightwing. Danny snapping up that Anubarak while it is still available, and Juan Pablo does grab the Greymane. The Psycha train is rolling into the station. Can't Censor Ship considering their mid-band here. Brightwing already chosen, so not worried about a Stukov to go along with the Anubarak. See the Yorick band out. I think that's a good choice. Could still be a Blaze on the side of Bronze6, but I think Malthiel has a pretty rough matchup into Dahaka. Diablo ban. Good choice, in my opinion. From Bronze6. We'll see what else Nathanatos wants to bring out here with Anubarak already gone. Garden of Terror, you're just thinking about camp clear. I'm thinking Rhaegar, but it might be something like a Genji Anduin could be a choice here. Psychotora going to show us our first Sergeant Hammer of the day, and Shredded Wind is going to go for the Lucio. Okay. If there's one thing Sergeant Hammer doesn't need more of, it's mobility, and Lucio is just going to add that on in spades. So that's going to be a tough one here for Bronze6 to deal with. Though they have the Anubarak to try to dive in. Brightwing can extend the CC train against the slippery tank. Secret is going to end up grabbing up that Blaze, and Kira goes for the Nazebo. Okay. Last pick, instantly taken Tyrael here for the Thanatos to help move in and out with ease and help provide a little bit of extra shielding for our hammer friend. Well, we get some heroes out, we got some new stuff. Tyrael, Hammer, Gazebo, all new today. It's our first sighting of those heroes. Gonna be an exciting one to watch. Right. The hammer is in. We'll see if it flops or if it tops. Players are loading on in. Game number 2. This could be it. Let's get into it and find out. Let's do it. It's game number 2. On the left in the blue, we have Bronze6. Juan Pablo 64 on the Greymane. Danny is on a Nubarak. Ferret on the Brightwing. Secret playing Blaze, and Kira on the Nazebo. On the right in the red, we have Can't Censor Ship. Chaotic is on the Hanzo. Psychotora on the Sergeant Hammer. Albatox on the Haka. Shredded Wind is on the Lucio. And we've got Nathanatos on the Tyrael.
3, 2,
How you doing, Sly?
go on now, fight!
Game number 2 is underway. Scatter quest for Hanzo. Baseline quest for Nazebo. Dahaka's still considering. Nazebo's still considering what that level 1 talent is going to be. Secret checking the low bush there as Nathanatos walks it on forward. Psychotora taking a couple of pot shots onto the bottom tower. It is going to be the speed here for Dahaka, and it's going to be spiders for Nazebo. Try to duke it out versus the Dino. No Abathur, so they can't have 2 hammers. That is a draft blunder, I would say. Danny trying to go for the long dig. Psychotora just out of range there. Psychotora gonna be pushed away there. Good poly timing from Ferret. See, Hanzo's moved up to the top lane. Kira kind of being bodied out of there, but Albatox taking some hits as well. So we see already 24 hits on that level 1 quest of the spiders at the 1 minute mark for Nazebo. That's pretty good. Ferret just holding that polymorph. Not gonna let Psychotora take more than a shot in that siege mode. There it is. Double stun comes on out. Psychotora gets into the boost mode as Juan Pablo tries to go forward for the last hit. Was that too greedy? No. Greymane gets away. I think I'm doing pretty well. Excited that we got enough teams out here to have a proper tournament. For a long time, we had a long registration period for this first one. We had like a couple weeks, and for the first like week and a half, we had like 2 teams signed up. I was like, oh no, it's dead, it's gone, we can't do it. Now we got 7. We're all good. Storm Division's doing just fine here. Hanzo, not so much, is going to go down. Juan Pablo trying to get away here. Is it going to be a trade? Oh my gosh, Juan Pablo moves away, but you can't get away from the Lucio. That is going to be a trade. Greymane goes down. Camp did end up getting taken there by Bronze6. Psychotora, though, able to set up on the bottom side and take a couple of hits here. Oh, the stun lands onto Lucio. Shredded Wind caught here on the edge, but Nathanatos has the shielding to allow Lucio to escape. We got a seed coming on up here. It's, you know, it's a thing teams can do at some point. Not a major deal. Camps are really more important here. You see Danny and Juan Pablo rocking that bruiser camp in the bottom lane here for Bronze6. You see the right side camp taken by Chaotic. Shredded Wind gonna tank these minions here for just a moment. One of them's getting towards... Oh, Hanzo gets it. Danny was looking for a possible interrupt, but did not find it. We do see the Underking. Absolutely the pick here for a Nubarak versus Hammer. To get that extra range on the burrow charge. And you're taking a lot of hits here from Chaotic. Hanzo really laying it on thick here in the bottom lane. Only 4 stacks on that scatter so far. There's just been too much junk in the way of all these scatters. Next seed getting ready to go here as Greymane putting the pressure on in the mid. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Blaze and Dahaka continue their ceaseless high health battle. Thanatos moving on out there. Trying to once again just Allow Psychotora some space. And that is a cool little maneuver there. You see the hover mode. Getting the speed from Tyrael allowed Psychotora to basically move full speed in hover mode there. Is that talented? Is that swift? Yeah, that's swift retribution. Smite grants 20% more movement speed and also grants 25% attack speed for 2 seconds. So that is going to be a big, big buff for Psychotora here. Psychotora is going to be caught there by Danny. There's the follow-up stun, and Hammer's taken down. The stun train finding that kill pre-level 10. I imagine we're going to see Shredded Wind go for that high 5 to make sure that doesn't happen again. Juan Pablo finding a seed here for Bronze 6. 1-1 on those seed points. Not sure if that's the official name, but that's the name I've given. I'm sure there's a more lewd name I could come up with for seed points, but you know, we're having a good time.
A seed has been planted. It will sprout before you know it.
Danny looking for the Thanatos there, but not quite finding an opportunity. Psychotora jumped on by Juan Pablo, but still has enough health and movement to get out of the way. Chaotic working on the right side camps here for Can't Censor Ship. Doing that full scatter build, serrated arrows on 4 and the never outmatched. More spiders galore for Nazebo, grabbing the level 7 Spirit of Eric here. We saw Ferret also taking the Dream Shot there at level 4 to get extra range onto the hammer. I imagine we're going to see Hush along with that. We'll try to find the silence. We shall see. Rocka coming in with the raid of 9. Welcome, everybody. We are in game number 2 of our finals. Can't Censor Ship currently up 1-0 over Bronze 6 here. Danny moves on in. This is our big level 10 fight. We've got the Cursed Bullet going to be the choice here for Greymane. Gargantuan for Nazebo, so no Haunting Spirit, instead going for more of a split push setup. Ooh, there's the bullet, and Thanatos still has the blink to get away, though. Do have Napalm Strike for Psychotora. No blunt force gun today.
Yet another seed. I trust you know.
Greymane gonna find a Hawk on this rotation before moving on back. We've got the bottom side Bruiser opening up in 10 seconds here. Top side up in 15 here for Bronze 6. Timers are significantly longer for Can't Censor Ship, so they're not so much worried about those. Ooh, Danny can't find Psychotora. Shredded Wind had the cleanse there with the high 5. Blaze is actually going to go down on the bottom side, though. Albatox finding a drag into tower range in that 1v2. Now all of a sudden a 2v1. Juan Pablo trying to trade onto Albatox. Now I miss another kill across the map. Greymane goes down, but Hammer went down up top. As the kills are starting to flow freely. Can't Censor Ship. 1 away from a turn-in. See if they're going to wait out the hammer before they think about capping that. Well, the Hawk on the bottom side chewing on this structure here. On the top side, Gargantuan doing work here versus this building. This is what you want out of your Nazebo. Put up the tank, gets him moving. Kira could be in a spot of trouble here. Lucio's going to be put into the cocoon. Danny trying to peel on out of there and does so successfully. Secret responding to Albatox here. CCS, oh, they're in position. Shredded Wind is going to be out of range. Juan Pablo. Oh, Shredded Wind blinked. Juan Pablo didn't go in. Right wing looking for an interrupt here. Juan Pablo next is going to use a Cursed Bullet interrupt. And we might have a full-blown fight here. 4v4 as the offlaners are looking to come on in. Dahaka will not be interrupted and will join the fight. Silence goes out onto Anubarak. Big cleanse from Ferret, but still Anubarak nowhere to go. will be taken down. Can't Censorship grabbing the first kill in that fight. Dragon Arrow is going to land onto Nazebo on the top side. Holy Ground cuts off Kira. Now Shredded Wind is on the way. This could be trouble. Ice Block not going to be enough here. That is Nazebo to fall, as well as the Garden Terrors marching down the lanes for Can't Censorship. Psychotora continuing to be the hypermobile tank, moving on through the mid lane for Can't Censorship. This Garden Terror, very low, is going to be taken down here, though, before it can do an awful lot. Top lane pushing on in with Chaotic. Bottom lane, Albatox trying to get that structure here. Shredded Wind getting the push off away. Ooh, Danny gets the catch, but no one able to catch up and delay on that damage. Bottom fort to fall. Top fort will be saved here by Juan Pablo. Once again, we are back to our endless cycle. Kira going to deal with the bottom lane terror still remaining here. And top structure will be saved by Chaos. Looks like Can't Censorship really just trying to get Psychotoria in range to take down this structure for free. Look at that attack speed provided by the Swift Retribution. Danny long range can get the double stun as Shredded Wind was on point with that high five. Juan Pablo thinking about going over the wall, comes to join the team. Polymorph onto Psychotora, but able to still have the movement speed to get away. Meanwhile, Juan Pablo going to double back and start these camps. Can't Censorship got to do the same. They've got 3 of their camps up and available. Kira thinking about moving in, feeding on another structure here. No Gargantuan commit. Right now, Bronze6, they see that Hammer's there in the mid. They're looking at a possible flank here. Blaze still in the top lane, though. Let's see if Danny can find a way in. There's the long shot. Pixie boost. I need to see what this 16 is from Fright. Yeah, it is going to be the Hush. So we got the Dream Shot build here from Brightwing to try to put a damper on Psychotora. But usually with the hover mode, it's a little easier to catch, but with the Swift Retribution, it's just nothing doing for trying to catch this Speedy Hammer. Speaking of, they caught that Speedy Hammer, and Sergeant Hammer's gonna go down. And the chase is on, but the rest of CCS is gonna get away. You're gonna grab another seed for the side of Bronze6. Top lane here, Albatox getting this wave all the way to the keep wall. Secret still has to deal with. Oh, Chaotic trying to catch up to Kira here. Nice zombie wall. Danny not going to get the move there. Nice push off from Shredded Wind. Here's a camp push in the bottom lane. Bronze6 looking to get some chip damage into this structure as the Gargantuan is used. The Thanatos taking some hits there, and oh, Tyrael is taken down. Did not have the Sanctification available. Dragon Arrow stun onto 3. Oh, the scatter! That is Nubarak to fall. Shredded Wind is chasing out Juan Pablo, but Ferret is there to get the heals. Will it be enough? Scatter does not land. Phase shift. Gonna keep Juan Pablo healthy. Psychotora is actually chased down by the spiders. Double kill for the price of 1. Kira is walking into a possible shatter though. Oh, that is Lucio autos for the kill. 2 for 2. And what was looking like a Bronze6 roll down. Can't Censorship comes back with the 2 counter kills.
Gather the seed before your enemy does. Red team has destroyed a fort.
Fort goes down in the mid. Took me a second to figure out which fort fell. I was like, oh. Next seed is here. Bronze6 is one away from their next turn-in, but they don't really have the opportunity to go and take it right now, so Can't Censorship is going to say thank you very much. I will go ahead and work on that. Can't Censorship going to start their channel. Bronze6 still without Nazebo here. See how long they can interrupt this. Zebo up and on the way here. Can't Censorship not going to force it. They know that Bronze6 has to be here. Not ready to release them onto the map just yet. Thanatos going to keep on clicking. Keep them here. Curse Bullet interrupt next from Juan Pablo. Secret on the low side. He's going to grab an Oil Slick interrupt. Thanatos trying to do a holy ground stop, but Blaze still over the wall here. That'll be the last interrupt. 1 point over to Can't Censorship. Checking in on the bottom lane, though, Albatox is going to get a gigantic contagion and has the speed. Wow, Dahaka scoots on out of trouble with a level 20 upgrade ult. That's got to feel good if you're Dahaka. I mean, sure, it's down for 50 seconds, but that was awesome.
A seed is sprouting.
Camp's being taken all over the map here by both squads. Bronze6 knows that they've got to turn in next. They'll have their level 20s in time if they want to go and hard contest that. Dahaka on the way up here to deal with Blaze. Mid camp being cleared, next seed is spawning in. It looks like Bronze6 not so worried about it. They're looking at Dahaka here. Albatox is having none of it. Dino walking on out. 2-2 on the seed points now. So both teams must be present for the next objective spawn. Or not. Or they could just choose to take the objective. I don't know why you would just choose to, but maybe you're getting something else done. You never know. Maybe. You just never know. Can't Censorship staying off of sight while Albatox clears that lane. Kira and Ferret going to go ahead and grab this bruiser camp here on the bottom side. Or will they? Menacing moves from Can't Censorship to end up not towards this camp. Seed is starting to spawn, top left. Bronze6 have a camp pushing in the bottom lane. So time is on their side.
A seed has sprouted. That's not
Psychotor is going to have infinite interrupts from that side. But can only be in a very specific area to do so, so... Gotta watch out on those resources. Right now, Can't Censorship kind of being pushed out here, but they know they've got the hammer range to stay on that side of the wall and still get infinite interrupts. Psychotora, there it is. Bullseye and Napalm Strike committed. Napalm Strike not going to get this interrupt, and Secret grabs it. Bronze6 snakes themselves a turn in here. They're going to get pressure in all three lanes. Secret trying to predict there with the jet propulsion, but Shredded Wind just simply too swift and too brave. Sanctification comes on out from Tyrael. Thanatos going to get the self-save there. Going piling in, getting a little bit of armor. Dragon Arrow going to stun Kira in the mid. There's Bullseye to follow it up, and oh, Nazebo is taken down. Can't Censorship finding a pick here on the top side defense. Thanatos getting over the wall to stop any further retreat here. Juan Pablo trying to trade onto Psychotora. That's not going to be enough. Ferret goes down. Secret goes down. That's going to be Danny falling next. That is going to be a full team wipe here. However, they've got no lanes. They do have time. It looks like they are going to go and just go and try to win without minions. Going to bust down the sidewall here. Sanctification is not ready. High Five is ready. But with the attack speed on Hammer, this will almost certainly be a victory. Cringe has been called in the chat. This is going to be a game, set, and match. Can't Censorship moves in, finds the victory. They're going to go up 2-0 and win tonight's final, and they will be your first qualified team for Storm Division Season 6. GG. Very nicely done. Oops, wrong one. This one. We'll fix that in post. We got to get the music pumping because that is going to be Can't Censorship qualifying for Storm Division Season 6. Congratulations to you folks. And as a reminder, all the teams that participated today will get some form of participation points. This season, there will be 5 teams that are qualified via winning a qualifier and 3 teams qualified via points. So every victory counts here in the Storm Division qualifiers. Thank you to all the teams today for being a part of this. It's been great. Before we head out, let's go to the post-match. Check out the final stats for our final game. Kira on the Nazebo, top siege, top hero damage there for Bronze6, 51,500 there. Psychotora on the Sergeant Hammer, shredding away 84,500 hero damage for the Hammer. Very well executed comp there from Can't Censorship. Take a look at the talents as we update the scoreboard. We'll update the bracket. And we'll close out tonight's series.